Shay Renee. So let's just get into it, shall we? What's up, y'all? It's your girl Shay Renee, y'all. My trainer is texting me, asking me, have I been following my meal plan? And child, no, I haven't. I'm drinking my water and minding my business, though. And I am 5 pounds down, so I must be doing something right. Thank y'all so much for joining. We are here to talk about the Real Housewives, season 16, episode 2. Y'all, let me tell you something. I'm going to tell y'all right now. Portia, you getting on my nerves real bad. Real bad, honey. And it's bad because I'm trying to tell you, I used to love me some Portia because that's my Cancer sister. But she does not give Cancer energy. She gives very much hater, very much selfish, okay? And Cancers are very selfless. This bra is very selfish. I can't, I won't, I'm not. Okay. My girl D Herford is in the building. What's up, D? D says, hey Shay, what's up? What's up? D is also one of my members. Okay. The best, the hardest working woman on YouTube, Miss Linda Gamble, is in the building. She says, hello, Shay Renee. What's up? What's up? How you be? Thank you for joining. Emma Crawford is in the building. She says, hey Shay, Aunt Natty is here. Thank you so much for joining, Aunt Natty. She says, hey Shay, what's up? What's up? Okay. D says, congratulations. Yes, thank you. Listen, child, this is week 3 of working out and eating barely nothing. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something. I done veered off the plan. I told you I got a little bit of a food addiction, okay? I likes to eat what I wants to eat, and I'm having problems following the program. I'm following the program, but I'm also eating other stuff, and I need to stop doing that. So my trainer literally just texted me saying, are you eating the food that I told you to eat? I'm like, yeah, and some other stuff. Emma Crawford says, Portia full of it, and is. Okay, and is. Martrez Jones says, hey Shay Renee, what's up? What's up? Thank you so much for joining. Shay, have you did the review for Married to Medicine yet? No, I have not done it yet. I am going to do it. I actually want to watch it again. I like to watch the show, Married to Medicine, Real Housewives. I like to watch it on Peacock the next day because I can watch it without any commercials. And, then I can take better notes. And I like to also replay it as I'm, doing the review with y'all so I can make sure I don't forget anything. But yeah, I am going to rewatch that again tonight. And I'll do a review for that in the morning for y'all. Martrez Jones says, I'm watching Roxy's right now as well. What's that? What's that? D Herford says, I totally get where Portia is coming from. She can be selfish at times for sure. And little jelly, but Drew is dead. It's wrong. You know what? We're gonna get into that. I think that's a fresh perspective. That's a different perspective for sure. But we're gonna, you know what? Let's just go right on to RHO. It's Rox. Oh, yes, it's Rox. I love her. She's very, very good. I'm watching Rox right now as well. Yeah, I love It's Rox. She is hilarious. Like, she gets in her car and do her reviews, child. I'm going to be in my car doing mine in the morning, okay? But yeah, so y'all, this episode starts off where Portia is pretty much moving into breaking the fourth wall. She asks the producer if she can break the fourth wall. She's mad at Drew because she feels like Drew is trying to use Dennis to film with her, which, hear me out. I don't think it's a problem with Drew filming with Dennis in this situation, because it sounds to me, okay, that Dennis and Drew have business together. So they're trying to get whatever they have going on the show. Drew talking about, oh, I was going to do this go naked thing. That was just a ploy for her to make Portia feel better about what the hell she was doing with Dennis. Okay. She's like, listen, I'm going to promote your hair. Okay. But I also want to promote my music. And if I'm promoting my music, Dennis is going to be a part of that. So that also brings Dennis on, and Dennis can talk about his products. He can talk about his business too, if he's also doing some sort of business with me. He doesn't do business with Portia. So when he's filming with Portia, they're going to be talking about their daughter. They're probably going to be bickering over some stuff where it comes to their daughter. They're not going to be talking about Dennis's businesses. So Dennis is trying to get some promo for his business. That's what he's trying to do. I don't think Dennis is over there slewing and canoodling with Drew. D. Herford says, I hope I don't fall asleep before the review is over. I hope you don't either, friend. But if you do, it's okay. The replay is always going to be here. I ain't going to take it down. I promise. Miss B says, well, you in the members only chat. So if I did, it'll go in there. Miss B says, hey, sis, what's up, sis? How you bees? Miss B says, hello, chat. And Mars, hello, hello. And McCrawford says, Portia is self-centered. I believe she's self-centered too, because she's trying to do in this situation, just like she did on her show, she's making everything about her. This has absolutely nothing to do with her. Drew made it very clear when she was crying in that scene with Angela. She was like, I'm trying to stay afloat. She's like, all that I'm doing, I'm trying to keep my money up to take care of me and my kids. Her husband is over there robbing her blind. Ralph was acting like he tried to play like Ralph is such a manipulative liar. I can see why he was hanging out with Martell from Love and Marriage Huntsville. He's a manipulative liar. He was on TV trying to make people think that he was the breadwinner, when in fact, Drew was the one that was making all the money from all her TV appearances, the singing, and all her movies and stuff that she was doing. He was stealing her money, investing or doing whatever the hell he was doing with her money. And he was doing it freely because he's her husband. And she was, blind to that whole the man leads the house BS. You're not about to lead me nowhere. If I'm not following you blindly, if you haven't done anything to show me that you are consistent and you can take care of us. If you using my coins to do what you're doing, that's a problem. You can't keep us afloat. And the fact that the man is still living in the house and living in the basement, that lets me further know that you ain't got not a motherfucking thing going on, Mr. Ralph. And you asking for child support, you didn't even want to sign to be the guardian or the father or whatever. You didn't want to adopt her other son. Thank God he didn't at this point, Drew. You trying to get child support from her. You trying to get alimony. You done stole money from the accounts. I would definitely make sure that I document all of that. Ain't no goddamn way. First of all, I would have been done put my money in my mama's name or my sister. Because the sister don't like Ralph ass anyway. She always knew that he was full of shit. She should have put her money in their accounts. Because he wouldn't be able to take my money no place. He wouldn't steal a goddamn thing from me. Okay? That's what you're not about to do. Montrez Jones says, I just don't buy Drew and Dennis working together musically. When did he become a producer? That part. I get that. I think that Dennis was trying to find, let me tell y'all something. I don't believe that Dennis is some super califragilistic producer all of a sudden, and he is Dallas Austin Jr. He absolutely is not, okay? However, I think that Dennis is trying to do whatever he can to create more screen time on the show. I also think that Dennis wants to control his own narrative, because on the show Portia Family Matters, Portia, let's face it, Portia didn't like that the crowd, or the viewers rather, liked Dennis more than her. She wants to be able to have Dennis only film with her on this show, because where she is the crowd favorite on Real Housewives of Atlanta, right? And she only want to have to compete with the women on the show. She don't want to also have to compete with the fans' affection from her baby daddy. Because if he's filming with Drew, he has more room to be Dennis. Dennis is a likable person. We saw he helped us to see the forest for the trees with Portia and her bullshit. We didn't like the way Portia was talking to Dennis' mama. We didn't like the way, now Dennis, you are a little cheater. You was not doing the right thing by Portia. Okay, let's just be real. But I feel like Portia, you are in a vulnerable state because of everything that's going on with Simon. So I don't know if she's feeling like, okay, I want to show, because Portia always got to show that everything is perfect in her life. She don't want nobody to think that anything is going wrong in her life at no place and no time. So she wants to create a narrative also with Dennis that, oh no, we get along and maybe we'll get back together. Maybe we won't. Or I don't know. I don't know. I have to let my heart heal. I don't know. Girl. Or maybe she's trying to use him to make little bald head Esther Roll little brother Simon jealous. Okay. The problem is Portia wants to control the narrative, and you're not being real. You're not keeping it real if you're trying to puppeteer Dennis. For you to admit that you're petty Portia and he's Dennis the Menace at times, that just lets me know that both of y'all are very immature. Y'all need to get y'all shit together. Like, seriously. But at the end of the day, I don't really think that Dennis and Drew have anything to go on. I don't think Dennis is Drew's speed. I really don't, honestly. And I just feel like Portia, you just chose correctly. You chose the right person to trap with a baby. Okay. It didn't work out with Simon. Good thing your fallback is Dennis. Whether he's a menace at times or not, at least he got his own businesses and he got his own shit going on. One thing you can't say about the man is that he's lazy. He is a very much so a go-getter. Okay. And he gonna make sure that his daughter is good. And he's also said he gonna make sure no matter what goes on with him and Portia, that she good too. So I just don't get it. Linda Gamble says, get those likes up, guys, including those in the bushes. Yes, if you are watching but don't want us to see who you are, go ahead and like the video. I promise you it's not like Instagram or Facebook when we can click and see who likes the video. We cannot do that. You remain anonymous, but you also support me as the creator, and I appreciate you, okay? So go on, like up the video, y'all. Go on, like up the video now. You hear? I appreciate you. Ain't no man leaving me broke. I know that's right, Miss B. Not at all. Okay. I will take all, like I said, I will take all my coins out of any account that you ever thought we had together and put it in one of my family members' accounts. So you will not ever see the light of day of my money. If you trying to play me, you gonna take the money and still try to take half? Oh no, sir. And not gonna happen. Aunt Natty says Dennis is using Drew to make Portia jealous. He reached out to Shamia for a movie he's supposed to be doing. Dennis is just an opportunist. That's what he is. And Dennis probably sees that Shamia, her picker is off too, because she's still having communication with Simon. So Shamia just want to be cool with every damn body. I don't know what the hell going on with her, but it is what it is. Emma Crawford says, "Fact, Shay." Yeah, I just think that all of this, I do think that Dennis is an opportunist, but I think that he's trying to. I think it's all just him trying to use the platform equally as well as Portia can. That's what I think, and I think that he doesn't trust that Portia would allow him to use the platform right alongside her in a way that it can benefit him. So he's trying to do whatever he can to work around her because he knows how selfish Portia is. Portia's not going to help him. It's all about her. And he's tired of that, frankly. And I get it. Now, do I agree with the way that he's going about it? No. Let's get into that. I don't agree with the way that Dennis is going about it. You and Portia, you lied. Because you said that they didn't tell you, but then you admitted at lunch with Kenya that she did tell you, but you just didn't like the fact that he was going to be filming with Drew. Stop lying. Moving on. D. Herford says Dennis wants a peach. That part. Okay. Dennis want to be on there and have a free commercial on Bravo. That's what he's trying to do. Bronze Sugar 2 says, hey friend, I'm late. Why am I not getting notifications? You know why? Because I didn't make a I learned, y'all, the reason why you don't get notifications sometimes is if I just come right on, it won't, I have to set the live at least 2 hours before I'm going to come on for it to give a notification. I did learn that. So I'm going to try to be better about not just hopping right on and going live, but I wanted to just go ahead and get this video out while I was thinking about, while I just watched the show and it was fresh in my mind. I've actually watched it 3 times at this point. D. Herford says, I don't think Portia would care if her marriage didn't fail. Since it has, she wants Dennis to film. Exactly. She wants Dennis to film with her. Bingo. Bingo. She can't film in her house. You bring up a good point as well, D. Portia can't film in her house. So since she can't film in her house, now she knows that everybody loves Dennis, right? So now she wants to bring Dennis closer. She wants to make it seem like, oh, me and Dennis are in such a good place. Remember when I was cussing his mama out? I'm really not like that no more. We cool. We a family. It's a family affair. It's a family affair. That's what she trying to do. She trying to do the cha-cha slide and all the little line dances that y'all doing with her family on the show to show the connectivity. We do not care. We don't believe you, Portia. Your family has, in my opinion, Portia's family has groomed her to be some pillow princess that snatch and grabs a man to take care of her. That's what I think. I think her mother, Diane, has aged out of the process. So now they are using poor little petty P Portia, the princess, to get what they want. I just feel like they pimping her out. That's what I think. My girl, Brittany Janae, is in the building. Brittany says, hey, friend, what's up, my Cancer sister? Thank you for joining. Miss B says she don't want him, but wants no one else to have him. It cuts into her share on his money. Right. Child and mama already looking at Portia like I ain't trying to have you cutting into my damn funds. I'm really about to monitor who the hell he boinking now. Because I damn sure don't need him to be out here populating the damn world. I know that much. D. Herford says, I think Portia really loved Dennis and vice versa, but he can't control his man parts. That part right there. I don't think that Portia really wanted to marry Simon in the grand scheme of things. I think that Portia married Simon initially because one, Dennis wasn't acting right, and two, she can't have her friend Shamia walking around with the finer things in life, and she don't got it. Excuse me, I don't know why I be always having air bubbles in my throat when I'm on here talking. But anyway, Portia couldn't have Shamia out here outshining her. That's what it is. She got a Rose voice. Now, Shamia got a better Rose voice than her. Okay? It's like she's competing with Shamia, and Shamia only just wants to be her little friend. That's it. And that's all. Shamia is constantly trying to prove her loyalty to Portia, somebody that could give a damn about her. This girl did I will never forgive Portia for that. I have been talking about this for years since Portia did it. I feel like allegedly, and in my opinion, she faked a whole disease so that she didn't have to go to that girl's wedding. That's fucked up. I would never have a friend like that. Never. And I feel like Shamia's family from episode 1, they don't think that Portia is a good friend. Because her own Shamia's nephew giving her advice about, well, maybe some people shouldn't be in your life. And I'm like, yeah, I agree, nephew. SquareBiz 72 says, hi, Shay. I think Portia, Dennis, and Drew playing this fake storyline. Yeah, you know what? I can agree with that. Because Drew, I really expected Drew to go tomahawk crazy on Portia. Because Drew, she can give it back to you. And I am very shocked at how collected Drew was in this whole situation. Now that damn Brittany Edie or whatever her name is, and the other blowed up lip chick, Kelly, I can't stand them. I can't stand it. I think that the Britney girl is so fake. I think she needs a lot of attention. I think that she is going to be trying to. I am so pissed that we do not have confessionals from Kenya. That's the first thing I want to bring up where it comes to the extras. Because, and we're gonna get into it as we go into those girls' scenes. They are very much fans of the show coming on here trying to stir up problems. That's what I think. The way that they talk is like they've been watching the show for years and they are so excited to now be on the show. That Britney girl tried to start some shit with Kenya, in my opinion. She has been wanting it with Kenya. She knows that Kenya is the reader on the crew. So she's trying to do her best to try to chop down the head honcho. That's what she's trying to do. And Kenya saw right through her shit. I think she went too far because Kenya probably was like, I see you and I raise you. Don't play with me. And whatever this picture or whatever of the peen, I don't know that happened. I guess we're gonna see it eventually as the season goes along. She might have went a little bit too far, but that Britney girl, get a life. We don't like you. Ralph is Martell if he could read. Not if he could read, child. That is nasty work. Diabolical dog. D. Herfer says his mama needed to be cursed out. She's ratchet too. Who mama? Oh, Dennis mama. Let me tell you something. His mother is like, you ain't about to play with my baby, okay? You ain't about to play with my son. I get it. You know how mamas are with their boys, child. They don't play about their boys, but some mamas think that they sons is their damn husbands, okay? And that lady got a little twinge of that. But I think it's also his mama is worried about her money because her money is tied up into these businesses. She co-owns these businesses with her son. So she's not trying to have some little pretty young thing, some PYT coming up and snatching her coins. So, child, it is what it is. You can't control your, wayward dick son. Bronze Sugar 2 says, not the line dances, child. Yes, all the line dances, okay? Lining all of them. Emma Crawford says, D, I agree with you. D. Herfer says 100. Portia has been raised to go for the fairy tale and the prince. Yeah, and she got to move on because she is acting like Sleeping Beauty, and it's time to wake up. It's time to wake up, sis. Emma Crawford says Portia married Simon for money and did. She absolutely did. Squarebeard 72. Dennis' prenup was tight and Portia refused to sign it. And so when Simon came along, she thought he was richer and she liked his prenup. Yeah, and look what she going through now. A ninja that ain't even the daggone halfway in, halfway out citizen. And you got to deal with all this stuff with him. All because you stubborn and want everybody to just fall in line with what you want them to do. It's crazy to me that Portia expects all this loyalty from everybody. And we're going to move on to other scenes, y'all. But this just really got in between my ass crack and itched my existence. It pissed me off the way she acted. She just wants so much loyalty from everybody, but she gives none back. None whatsoever. It's annoying. I'm sick of it. I want to like Shamia, but I don't know. You and me both, Montrez. I can't. Let me say this. I still think that Shamia is corny. Again, I will reiterate. She's very good for the show because of, what she presents as, what she provides. We want housewives to have the glitz and the glam and the things. But Shamia is just, I'm just not that into her. I hate to say it, but Lee says, hey, friend in chat. What's up, Lee? How you bees? Thank you so much for joining. D. Herfer says, I really want Portia to acknowledge how she's grown and what she's built for herself since their marriage, that marriage to Cordell. She rescued herself. Yeah, that's what she needs to build upon. Not all this stupid bullshit with her being she want to be a pretty princess and live in a fairy tale land in her head. It just doesn't work that way. Build upon and expound upon all the things that you have done for yourself. You don't need to be some man's trophy wife to feel like you've arrived in life. That's whack. We as women have grown so much in our individuality and our ability to be accountable for ourselves financially, physically, emotionally, mentally, where we are not conditioned where a man means that we have arrived in life. That's the problem that Portia's family, this is what her family has instilled in her. And it's just old, washed up rubbish at this point. We don't live in the same world. This is not the 60s. D. Herfer says, I was effed up. It was effed up that Portia didn't go to Shamia's wedding, but if she was that much of a hater, it's good that she stayed home. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but still, like, I would be so pissed. Like, my best friend. There's no way my best friend wouldn't be at my wedding and then go and marry an African and you in Africa once a damn month. Like, girl, what? And I don't know if she was there once a month or not, but she was definitely traveling there frequently. But you couldn't travel there when it was my wedding. Portia selfish. D. Herfer says, yes, those overinflated biddies have to go. Child, Kelly and them lips. I just feel like she about to fly away. Them damn soup coolers. She needs to stop. Don't put no more inflatable devices in your damn lips. I tell you what, all she got to do is like this, and she could save everybody out of Lake Lanier with them lips. Okay, everybody will be saved with them pillow cushions of lips. They look like two kayaks sitting on her lips. Could save a whole life. Child, no. Miss B says, I don't care who Nene sued. They need her back. We need the originals. We need somebody, because at this point, these women are done. We're gonna move on to the next scene after this, y'all. Lee says, I hope Portia and Drew planned this, because Portia gave me wanting to knock her between the washer and dryer, and Drew not speaking up for herself annoyed me, because I know she's been team Portia forever. Yeah, it saddened me, because I know that they're cool, and I don't really think that Drew has any sick or ill will towards Portia. She was talking about how she wanted to do a photo shoot with the hair. I don't think she did. Wasn't going to do no photo shoot with the go naked hair, because Drew's a damn liar too. The reality is birds of a feather that flock damn together. So it is what it is. So they have their little argument, y'all. Portia going back and forth with Drew, and Kenya comes up with the notion that, Kelly is like, who's she really mad about? Is she mad about Dennis, or is Portia mad about, him filming or whatever? And Kenya says, I think she's mad about Dennis. So Portia, they get on the elevator so that they can go downstairs, because Shamia's like, if you my real friend, you'll jump in this water or whatever, or you'll turn up. And on the way down the elevator, Portia like, don't say shit to me. Don't say shit to me. To daggone Drew. And I'm like, Portia, baby girl, you are doing the absolute most. But moving on, y'all. We go to Angela Oakley's house, okay? Yeah, Charles Oakley is hilarious. I don't think that Charles Oakley is checking for these cameras. He don't give a good John Brown about these cameras. He is cooking his dinner. He is on the grill. Charles said that the people are simps. He ain't about to be worrying about y'all Bamas up on this show, okay? He's like, ain't nobody worrying about them lames. I was like, Charles is like, listen, I was an NBA basketball player. I don't know what the hell these people doing. I've been glitz and glammed out. I don't really need this attention. I had all the attention. Everybody was looking at me. Okay. I was, the bestie. One of my peoples told me last week that he was best friend. He's best friends with Michael Jordan. Charles got he got all the stuff he need to get as far as attention. He ain't tripping. So Angela kept on trying to get him in the conversation, and he's like, listen, I know I got this mic on, but don't think I'm going to be talking in it too much. I'm cooking. I don't give a shit about what you're talking about. So they both have children from previous relationships, and then they have a 7-year-old, I think, daughter together. Okay, so I was about to be like, he got a 7-year-old, and y'all been married for 8 years. I was like, oh, okay, that's their kid together. So they just were having back and forth conversation about the event. It wasn't really nothing going on here. Let me say this about Angela. I do like that Angela, she was talking about some houses that she's flipping and that she needs to sell them or something like that. And apparently her and Charles Oakley were neighbors. So she has money already. She don't need him. But girl, it's given I need attention. You are with him because you want to be seen. All these new girls are very thirsty. Just the thirst is very real. Grab a Slurpee, okay? Grab a Slurpee. Miss B says, why he gotta read first to be why he gotta read first to be Martell? Can Martell read? I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. Lee says Dennis' mama trying to keep her hands wrapped around his money. Portia had money before him in a bigger house, and his mama still treated her like a leech. Yeah, I still think that Dennis has more money than Portia. I think that Portia spent her money, Dennis probably spends a lot of money, but it's not seen where he's spending his money because he's spending it on chicks. And the mama probably sees that. And she sees, fuck, now he has a kid and this, I feel like gold digging ass bitch. That's what the mother was thinking originally, in my opinion. Now, while Portia does have her own money, Portia has proven to be financially irresponsible in the past, too. Hence why Cordell was able to control her finances the way that he was. And clearly she's not very intelligent. She made a poor decision again by quitting all her jobs, thinking that Simon was going to take care of her. There would never be a way that never a time where I wouldn't have me a nest egg, okay? Never will be a time where I don't have a nest egg. Emma Crawford says Portia is a leech, that part. And I think somewhat she is. Brittany Janae says, child, I want Shamia's closet. Child, listen, Shamia's closet probably bigger than my house. His mother saw Portia from a distance and stopped her in her tracks. That part, okay? D. Herford says, I'm not feeling Shamia either. I'm happy for her success and wealth as a Black woman, but I also don't care. Yeah, you and me are eye to eye with this one, D. It's something about it. I just don't care. I don't. And the sad part about it is, as much as Portia is getting on my motherfucking nerves right now, I would much rather have seen her living in a house like that. Not that Shamia doesn't deserve it or anything, but I just feel like it will feel better to see with like Portia or Kenya in that house. Like Shamia is just like blah. It's just not giving all that she wanted it to give. Natty says, I'm waiting for Shamia and Angela to go at it. Ciao. I think that's next week. Shamia does not have what it takes now to be the it girl, but so was Nene when she started, and look where she is now. It's a matter of time for Shamia. Now, here's I get what you're saying, Squarebeard 72, but Nene always had the personality. Shamia is corny. Nene was funny from the start. And Nene didn't have the clothes and all that stuff in the beginning, right? But Nene was always funny. She always had personality. Shamia is corny. That's all. I mean, that's really all I can. Don't forget the boobs, child. Ooh, all of these boobs on here. And Portia's boobs scratching and surviving through that one confessional outfit. I was like, girl, what? A mess. You look a mess. Okay, I did not like that outfit. But y'all, moving on from Angela Oakley and Charles, they wasn't talking about shit. So Portia looks like a porcelain doll going to lunch with Kenya. Okay. So Portia basically talks to Kenya about everything that's going on with, her and Drew, and how she feels like Drew's trying to play her. She didn't appreciate. She keeps telling people over and over again, I just don't. It's about my baby daddy. I don't want nobody filming with him and this, that, and the third. And I don't want him to come on here and have a chance. Our family will be messed up and this, that, and the third. You don't want him to have a chance to come on here and control his own narrative. That's what it is. Okay, gotcha. So then they go into Kenya and Portia's relationship over the years. When Portia said, bye, Ashley, and this, that, and the third. And Portia says that she feels like their relationship has evolved a lot since they've been become parents. They have had a lot of turmoil in their relationship, but now they cool. So moving on, they talk about Simon and why, in fact, Portia actually got a divorce. So Portia was saying basically this man was lying to me. Okay. It became where he is saying one thing, doing something else. She thought that when she wrote her book that, he understood everything about her. He probably read that book and love bombed her. I think that man love bombed the hell out of Portia. That's what I think. And she fell for a hook, line, and sinker. Hopeless romantic, full of bullshit. That's what it was, in my opinion. So then Kenya talks about all the posts that Simon was putting up, and she's like, dang, I had to figure out how to turn my notifications off. It was like he always was talking some shit. I just feel like Portia really bit off more than she can chew with this whole situation with Simon. Simon really isn't the man that, she thought he was. And it is what it is. Simon is an opportunist. Simon apparently had been married 5 times. Portia is the 5th marriage. Kenya thought he was married 4 times, but it was really 5. So, and one of the marriages apparently wasn't real. I'm like, was it your marriage? But maybe they really are married, because for her to be going through all this shit, the papers got to be legit. It is what it is. But Portia, girl, you did this to yourself. We tried to tell you not to be messing with whack-a-mole head ass Simon, but you wanted to go ahead and get married to him so that you can drive around in expensive cars and try to look better than the daggone Shamia. Now look where you look where you at. Okay. So moving on, we go on over to the new location, not potential, but the new up and coming location for Nana's. Okay. Chicken and waffles for Kelly. So Kelly tells us her story about what went on with her ex-husband, how, things progressively got worse between them. He ended up closing down one of the restaurants, I believe, out of spite, according to her. She even talks about how their relationship was so toxic that it got physical. So they're still going through this grueling, separation process. But while they're going through this, she needs to make sure that she can continue to bring revenue into the household. So she talks about how Nana's is a business that it came about because she hasn't been formally trained as a culinary chef or anything. She learned how to cook from her mother and her grandmother. So Kelly is talking to her manager and her project manager, and the project manager is telling her, listen, Linda, I don't know what you got going on, but this is going to take forever. Okay. Now, I don't know if the project manager gets paid for the longer the process take, the more money he makes. But Kelly is like, what do you need? Let's just go and pull the cash out. Let's make it happen. Okay. Let's make it happen. I want to pay for all of this stuff so I can hurry up and get this restaurant open. Okay. So that's that. Kelly is trying to hurry up and get a restaurant open. Hopefully she can, child, because she got 4 children to take care of. Braun Sugar too is left. As long as Andy Cohen is there, Nene is not coming back. That part. But I heard that Andy Cohen is about to leave. I don't a bit more believe that in The Man in the Moon, but who knows? Emma Crawford says both are liars. Child. D. Herford says Drew has no authority to schedule a photo shoot for Go Naked Hair as an ambassador. Well, I kind of agree and disagree, D. I'm going to tell you why. I disagree because, okay, it is not your brand, technically. But I agree because every day on TikTok, social media, whatever, we're basically doing videos on somebody else's product because we get paid for it. So essentially, the more that she does, if she does a whole photo shoot, people do photo shoots for protein powders that they're selling. You know what I'm saying? Celebrities do photo shoots for protein powders, for bathing suits, for clothing items or whatever, and have like some link where they get paid a portion of whatever you buy. So, you know, people get creative with the way that they do things to sell products to gain a profit. Okay. So I don't think it's necessarily anything wrong with her doing a photo shoot. But I do think that the photo shoot was brought up as an attempt to soften Portia from the blows that Drew inevitably didn't want to take about Dennis. SquareBiz72 says Drew did not expect Portia to be that insulting to her. She was surprised. Absolutely. I don't even think that Drew knew what to say after that. I don't think she knew what to say. Somebody said, I'm trying to find a comment, said Portia is, Drew seems friendly. Okay, Bronze Sugar 2 says Drew seems friendly. Friendly with Dennis or just a friendly person in general? SquareBit72 says, I like Drew, although she lies. I just cannot stand Portia. Yeah, Portia is getting on my nerves too. I'm not to the point where I can't stand her, but it's a lot. Miss B says, Bronze Sugar 2, you know Drew did all her choice of words annoyed about Dennis. Say so, or she wants to. Her angel on earth. Grinning every time his name came up, child. Nene was the it girl from season 1, episode 1. Absolutely. I can't take that away from her. And Nene gets on my nerves too. But she definitely had the juice. Okay. She had the juice from start to beginning. Okay. So, y'all, moving on to the next scene, we go to Brittany and her husband, Mike. Okay. This whole scene seemed very fabricated, very fake. Okay. And I feel like Mike was sitting there like, girl, why are you asking me all these questions? I don't give a shit about nothing that you're talking about. She's talking about this imaginary baby that has not happened yet. How, you know, basically she wants her mother to move in the house to help take care of this baby that they don't even have yet. I'm like, are y'all even doing the do? Are y'all trying to make a baby right now? And you know, it really bothers me how some women just assume, you know, it's going to happen. And you don't know if you're going to be able to pop out a baby right then and there. You don't know that. As much as we like to have control of our bodies and really know what's going on, that is one mechanism of the female body that we cannot make it do what it do, baby, all the time, unfortunately. So while you over here with your rock and your ring on, showing off to everybody everywhere you go, every other city we go, this hoe is showing off. That's what it is. She shows off every 5 minutes. And she's standing there talking to her husband, and her husband looks so annoyed by her. So annoyed. Then you're talking about having your mother sell her house so that she can come and live with y'all and take care of this baby that you don't even have yet. Why would I have my mother sell her house and come infringe upon me and my husband's space? And maybe for no reason at this point. Let your mama stay in her house until, if you're so rich, pay her mortgage. Let her keep her own house, because when your child gets big enough and you have a damn nanny or they have care, she can go back and live in her own house. I think people underestimate the turmoil that it brings having your in-laws living in your house that are able-bodied. Who want to be trying to get stroked from the back by their husband or wife, and y'all in the moment, and you got to silence yourself because your mama or your mother-in-law is in the next room? No. Lee says, you ain't never lied. My husband told me I could quit my toxic job and take a break and find something later. My ass quit and got another job. Quit, tried to stop applying, got an interview tomorrow. Yeah, see, I can't, because I can't have you. What I look like saying, can I get $10? I can't have my husband controlling my money. I'm so sorry, not sorry. But y'all, this Brittany girl, she started her own not real estate, insurance company, and apparently that's how she met her husband. She's like, she don't date customers, so I guess he wasn't a customer no more. He wore her down, and they went to Vegas, and she made it very clear to the audience that she ain't fuck him in Vegas, which I think is a lie. But girl, who gives a damn? Nobody gives a damn if you tried to hide that twat for 8 days and 30 nights. Nobody cares, girl. Either you gave it up, you didn't. Who cares? I do not like Britt. I think that she is annoying. I think her husband doesn't like her, and I think he also doesn't like her because he likes him. And allegedly, and in my opinion. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, that's just my opinion. I don't know nothing about them people. I don't know if that's the truth, but from his demeanor, his mannerisms, baby, it's giving he does not like you. Mm-mm, not at all. So her mama walks in and she's like, you can't just, she's telling him, you can't just throw anything at a wall and hope it sticks. And the mother was like, and she was like, we're going to have a baby. We have to plan these things out, which I agree with her. You do have to plan the child out. You can't just think that it's just going to happen and you have a kid and then you just miraculously your parents and it just all comes to you. No. So her mother was sitting there just kind of like piggybacking off of everything that Brittany or Britt was saying. And she's like, you're going to have a baby. We're going to do this. Let's go to the hot tub. So she goes to the hot tub and she at the Britt says to her husband, do he want to come? What the fuck do I look like in a hot tub with my husband and my mama? I don't know. Maybe the different strokes for different folks, baby. I tell you what, it wouldn't be me. So, child, moving on, we go to the next scene where Shamia goes to visit what's her name? Shamia goes to visit Shadina. Shadina is the surrogate that birthed her youngest daughter. Okay. So they go back and forth. This is a very heartfelt visit. Shadina unfortunately had contracted breast cancer at some point. She now has, new boobs. She had a double mastectomy, I think, and she got new boobs, and prayerfully she is 100% cancer free at this point. But nevertheless, Shamia went to go and check on her. So they were going back and forth talking about how, Shadina felt like, dang, was my, cancer diagnosis something that hurt the baby? And then Shamia was like, well, damn, did having my baby, Shiloh, make all of these symptoms happen and hurt Shadina's body? And Shadina was like, no, the baby was a blessing. Like, if I wasn't pregnant, Lord knows when I would have gone and gotten checked. I wouldn't have gotten checked so often. So they were able to catch it early, apparently. Bronze Sugar 2 says, I would love for Quad to marry King and she transfer to RHOA. Now that could be a thing. Andy is stepping down. Maybe we can get Nene back too. Yeah, I heard earlier today that Andy was stepping down. I wonder for why. But Nene sued the entire network. So I don't know if it's just Andy that got a problem with Nene, child. Spencer Whitelow says, hi, everyone. What's up, Spencer? Episode 2 was good. What did y'all think? Must watch TV talk. Child. They talking about it in the chat there, friend. Brittany Janae says, friend, I have a feeling her husband is you got a feeling, child. You and me both, okay? You and me both. Lee says, okay, yeah, her husband, he's just not that into you, Britt. Period. And not, okay? And absolutely not. 1000% not into her, okay? So, y'all, we going to leave that right on there. Sit it right in my pocket and close it up. Zip it right on up, okay? So, I love this little visit with Shamia. Shamia is very open about her wanting to have another child. Her husband wants to have more children. Um, she has 2 boy embryos and 2 girl embryos. She wants to be able to choose a boy. She wants to have a little boy. Now, here's my problem with this whole situation. You know, it's all fine and dandy having kids and stuff. You know, Shamia was like, her husband wants more children. You know, it really pisses me off when these men keep on putting all this pressure on these women to have all these goddamn children, but you ain't doing shit to help. Parental clout is very real. That's a real thing. It's a lot of people, that men in general, they want to have all these children just so they can look at them and for them to be able to tell their little raggedy, dusty friends or people out in public, oh, I got 3 kids. Yeah, my son doing this, my daughter doing that. You want bragging rights, but you're not doing anything to help rear these children, really. What's going on with that? He wants all these kids because they have the capability of financially taking care of them. But Shamia's husband, I just feel like, how often is he around? Is he there helping to rear those children, take care of them? Yes, you can afford nannies and this, that, and the third. But what a lot of men don't realize is kids need their parents, okay? They need to physically, emotionally, mentally be healthy with you as their parent. Just because you make millions of dollars a year doesn't mean that you are a good parent, because you are financially providing for them. And a lot of these men use these children to control their women. Parental clout is a thing. It's a thing. My son played football. My son played basketball. My daughter's in cheer and in dance. Oh, okay. How many recitals have you been to, Dad? How many times have you picked the kids up from school, taken them to school, stayed home with them when they were sick? But yet you are putting all this pressure on Shamia to have all these children for you. How dreadful. And Shamia, if you sitting up there getting with it, then you just gonna get lost in your own self trying to appease this man forever. Moving on. My girl Sweet Pea is in the building. What's up, Sweet Pea? Sweet Pea says, say it again, Shay. Girl, listen. These people don't be thinking about that with these kids, okay? They don't think about that with these kids. Brown Sugar 2 says, not what's your name. I feel like we forcing you to do this review. No, not forcing me to do it at all. Who I say what's your name to? Not what's her name. Oh, you talking about the people on the show. No, I'm trying to remember. First of all, it's late, y'all, and I'm tired. I've been up since 5:45 this morning, so that's all. But I really did enjoy this episode, believe it or not. Give me a little grace, Bronze. we talk, we hashing it out. D. Herford says, I don't think Quad has enough money to keep renting King to go on. Not renting King, child. How does Quad make her money? People try to make it seem like it's none of our business, but you on TV. Like, how do you make your money? I just want to know. I just want to know. Lee says DDG is absolutely a parental clout chaser. Abso-freaking-lutely. I can't stand him. I think that he uses that baby to manipulate Haley Bailey. That's what I think. He wants to manipulate her. He's mad that he is an emotionally manipulative person. I don't think that he was really her choice. I think that he emotionally manipulated her into being with him. I think he trapped her with that baby. I think that I think that he's emotionally manipulative. And I think that he is afraid that she's dating somebody else. So he wants to bogart all of her time and make it seem like, oh, I just want to see my son. Okay, well, come pick this baby up. You don't need to be worried about what I'm doing. You see her on a red carpet, now all of a sudden you want to see your son. You full of shit, DDG. You're full of shit. When you get him, you using him for clout, putting him on your channel, showcasing him like some toy. I know this ain't about that, but yeah, I should have did a whole video on him because he irritates the hell out of me. I don't know why she had a baby with him, but he is the perfect example of please use birth control. Don't have no babies with nobody unless you married to him. Cause this shit, that shit right there with him, unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. Sweet P724 says some men just don't get it. Child, listen, not at all. Don't get it. Lee just became a member. Thank you so much, Lee. I appreciate you. My girl is a member now, child. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate y'all. Brown Sugar 2 says D Herford. She laughing at D. I need Haley to ban the baby from social media, child. Unbelievable. That man is a clout chasing moron. Lee says, yep, during Haley's highest moments, he did and said the most ignorant shit. Now he's using the baby. Absolutely. He wants to control her. He wants to control her. That was a bad choice. She really fucked up with that one. But y'all, getting back to this little show. Britt and Kelly meet up. Okay. Kelly and her lips, she wanted to have a conversation with Britt. Now, Brittany comes over there with her dog. Kelly got her dog. They having a whole conversation. Kelly's lips are extra plump, so she must have just visited the Botox lady. The level of foolishness. You are a black woman, ma'am. I'm pretty sure you had full lips already. You look dumb. And Brittany and her pigtails get on my nerves. I don't like them. I'm sorry. I don't. This whole conversation is giving very much fans of the show. Kelly was complaining about how she couldn't get, she really wants to dig in Portia's ass so bad. And Brittany is talking about and Kenya, this whole situation with the ring in Kenya. I don't believe that Kenya a bit more cares or gives a fuck about Brittany and her damn ring. She don't give a shit whether you're married or not, sis. Kenya could give a fuck less. Not one fuck. Don't care. She finally is trying to get through her daggone divorce. She ain't thinking about you and your ring. So apparently they got married. Brittany and her husband got married on Zoom because it was during COVID. What was the rush? She was so pressed to be a wife. Okay, girl. Why are you trying to push your bullshit on somebody else? Kenya don't give a fuck about you. She don't even know you. That just really annoys me how much she is just really trying to just dig this into the ground. So they go into deeper detail about Kelly's husband and how it became physically unhealthy for her to be there. She alluded to him, putting his hands on her, how it was a back and forth kind of thing with both of them. It just wasn't a healthy environment. So she had to hurry up and get out. But she talks about how tumultuous this divorce has been for her so far. He's basically trying to mess up her daggone livelihood, which I never would understand a man that would do something like that. And that's the mother of your children. Most of them, y'all have 3 kids together. The only one that's not his is the oldest. But I would think as long as you were in her life, you would have care for that one too. Lee says, yep, during Haley highest moments, he did. And okay, I thought, we read that already. But y'all, moving on, we go to, because I don't really give a damn about them. Drew goes to do a fake workout with Angela and Shamia. Now, Angela, you got a lot of mouth on you. You got a lot of mouth on you, midget. Okay, you over here talking a whole lot of shit while y'all sitting down with Drew and Shamia. Now, before Shamia gets there, she like, girl, Angela like, girl, because I had your back, us Chi-Town girls or whatever. Girl, I don't care if you are from Chi-Town, the Anacostia River here in DC. I don't give a damn where the fuck you're from, ma'am. You were quiet as a church mouse in that first scene with Portia. When you were sitting right next to Portia, when Portia was going in on Drew and letting have, you didn't say not a goddamn thing. And even sitting here, you kind of agreeing with Portia. I don't know if Drew noticed it. But Angela was like, well, I mean, you kind of messing with her baby daddy and ain't said nothing. I mean, I kind of see what's going on. But then you want to trash Portia. Are you on her side or not? You talking out the side of your ass, Angela. Girl. Bye, girl. So Shamia comes in. And I believe that Drew has an issue with Shamia because she's calling Shamia a lap dog and this, that, and the third. I think she's just hurt because she feels like she wants to be friends with Shamia and Portia, but she wants Shamia to basically call Portia out on her shit. Now, one thing I'm going to say about Shamia, that these ladies are not very smart. Shamia knows that her and Portia are friends. So she's not going to allow, she already did it before on Real Housewives of Atlanta when she was just a friend, when she was having conversations with other people about Portia, like Candy and all of them talking about how Portia was not a good friend to her. She's seen what having those side conversations and somebody go back and watch it and misinterpret what you're saying or not really read into what you really mean by what you're saying. And then the relationship totally implodes. Shamia, like, what y'all not gonna do? Y'all ain't, I'm not gonna give you no footage to chop and screw and blow it all up to make it seem like I'm going on my friend in the slightest. I'm going to be 10 toes down and I'm gonna stand up for her in every goddamn scene. And that's a real friend. All these people be crying about editing and this, that, and the third. There's no way you can chop and screw loyalty. And Shamia, whether Portia deserves it or not, has exhibited that. Now, Drew, I don't know what you were trying to do here. I don't know why you were trying to get Shamia to say that you were right or say that Portia is wrong. You have seen time in and day out that she's defending Portia. So why did you even bring her here to try to get her on your side? It wasn't going to work. And Angela, I think you hating on Shamia because you mad that your husband is not going to buy you that damn Cullinan. Okay? Get over it. He doesn't have as much money. Or even if he does, he's not willing to spend it on you and your wig. Okay? You're not getting a Cullinan. You brought it up in the kitchen and he ignored the fuck out of you because he like, girl, I know you fucking lying. We ain't about to be on this show and go bankrupt because you trying to look like you keeping up with the Joneses. Charles probably like, I got my money and I'm going to keep it for a reason because I'm not about to be buying you a whole bunch of shit that you don't need just to fucking say I bought it. It's crazy. That's just like Brittany talking about to her husband in that scene. Oh, you know, you need to buy me the dream house that I asked for because you said you was going to do it. Bitch, make your money and buy the house for y'all. You live in a big ass house. What the fuck? What more do you want? Child, but Drew, at this point, you know, you lost your mind thinking that you about to have a whole conversation with Shamia, who is Portia's best friend, and whatever you remotely would say will make Shamia turn on her best friend. She's just not doing that. I don't get it. So they end up working out, talking about the whole situation. Shamia and Angela go back and forth because Angela tries to get buck with Shamia. And Shamia's like, girl, you're so beneath me. I'm not even tripping off of you. Shamia wasn't trying to get it in with Angela because she's like, why? Why am I arguing with this peasant? I don't need to argue. I ain't arguing with you. In my Plies voice. Why am I doing that? Girl, going on. And my thing is, you know, let me say this. And this could mirror a lot of different situations. You know, I'm not going to ever participate in arguing with somebody, especially when it doesn't benefit me. You get what I'm saying? When you sitting up here arguing with people, being negative and calling them names and this, that, and the third, And the people that the audience in which you choose to act like this in front of actually admires you already. They already like you. They already care about you. You turn people into not liking you when you overdo it. Like, people look at you as a person that's entertaining, or they really like you, they really care about you, they think you this, they think you that, they think the world of you. But then you're constantly showing this negative energy. Then what's the purpose? So, Angela, are you trying to be entertaining? Are you trying to be adored? Are you trying to be loved? Are you trying to be liked by coming for Shamia? Because you think that Shamia is rich and you think that people are going to like her because of what she has or whatever. So you over here being a hater, and now you want to attack her? Seems to be a common theme with a lot of these TV shows. Let's find somebody who we think is the weakest link, because I guess she feels like Shamia, she didn't want to go for Portia because Portia ran down on Drew in front of everybody. But I guess she felt like, oh, Shamia has the most to lose and she's really nice, so let me come for her. Since the other girls is coming for Portia, I'll go for Shamia. Moral of the story is, don't ever play with them. Okay? Moving on. So we get to the last scene where Portia and Pilar are playing around at this play place. So in comes Dennis. Okay. So she tried to hide it so bad, but she ends up having a conversation with Dennis about this whole situation with Drew and how she doesn't like that they're going to be potentially filming together. And Dennis basically tells her, listen, he flat out says, we doing business together. We trying to get it on the thing. Like, we trying to get it on the show. And Portia, through her own selfishness, didn't even see that, oh, okay, I get it. Maybe he's trying to showcase his businesses on here. And you're right. He should have filmed with somebody else, because I wasn't going to talk about his businesses, even though it would behoove you to talk about his businesses because that's your daughter's father. You will want him to do well. Let me tell you something. Dennis lose that belly and come to Portia and say he gonna keep it in his pants only for her, she would crawl, jump, hop, skip, and bark like a dog for this man. Okay? Don't nobody care what she's talking about when she's talking about, I don't care when she tells Drew, I don't care if you marry Pow Pow or do whatever to him. You care. You care. Only if Portia was just as loyal to Shamia, child, and she not. What'd you say, D? D says, it seems like everyone wants Portia and Shamia to have a problem. Let them deal with it. Shamia knows who Portia is and what she's about. Exactly. Stop trying to pit them against each other. But see, that's how you know that this is Housewives. They think Housewives 101 is always having a problem with somebody. All of them are trying to drum up drama. It reads false when you try to do the most. So Lee says Angela was doing the most, but I'm glad someone spoke up for Drew and returned that mean girl energy that Portia gave. I can agree with that. But I would have paid a bitch dust trying to talk crazy to me. Period. Okay? All the dust in America. D. Herfer says Shamia has had a lot of time to study. I think she knows how to play reality TV. Good for her. Yeah, absolutely. I think that Shamia knows what she's doing. She's been on, this ain't her first rodeo. She knows what they want. So, and she does exactly what she needs to do in her confessionals and all. I'm interested to see how she progresses weekly. D. Herfer says, I think Portia was just in her feelings. Yeah, she's very emotional right now. Brown Sugar 2 says he don't even have to lose the belly. And don't, you right. Girl, listen, and don't, because she'll be right there. Okay. Lap dogging it up. But yeah, y'all, Portia storms off crying because she ain't getting her way. I'm like, girl, you are a 41-year-old woman over here going off the deep end because you're not getting your way. That's sad to me. Very much sad. That's crazy. Like, Portia, get it together. You're throwing a tantrum like a child, and then you're going to use your child saying, oh yeah, and what is your daughter going to think about you, and blah blah blah. She's not going to think shit if you don't put it in her head. Do you really think, and it really irks me when people try to use their children as the culprit as to shit that they're doing wrong, but they don't want to accept accountability, so you blame it on your child. So now your child, once they become an adult or old enough to get on the internet, is just going to be searching everything you doing. That very well could be true. However, that's when you have a conversation with your child first. Okay. Portia is she's milking it. She is very much milking it and using Pilar. I can see that this is something that she does all the time with Dennis. I do. I think she does this all the time with Dennis because she wants to control him. She wants to manipulate him. I think she uses their daughter to manipulate him. I think that, and she's back there talking to the producers, and they're like, I mean, have you told him? She back there crying like a little baby, and they're like, have you told him how you feel? She was like, I mean, he should know or whatever. No, I can't stand when women do that. Don't act like somebody should know how you feel. These men cannot read your mind. She could have just sat him down and said, listen, for me, it doesn't look good with you filming with Drew. I really want you to only film with me. I'm going through it right now. You may not understand how I feel or whatever, but I would just love for you to oblige me with this. Just film with me. Don't film with Drew. If you want to promote your businesses or whatever, let's talk about how we can do that, but amongst just me and you. But I really don't want you filming with her. Even though that sounds dumb as hell and is selfish, tell him that. Just tell him that's your baby daddy, right? Y'all thick as thieves, right? He like a brother, right? You should be able to talk to him. But no, she, like many women that are stupid, think that a man is going to read your mind, and they're not. Men don't read your mind. Hell, men don't barely want to read directions. More or less read your damn mind. That's exhausting. It's exhausting. Portia, I don't even know if even Iyanla could fix your life. I know she was going and sitting on somebody's couch with Cordell, trying to deal with some of her issues, but at the same time, Portia needs somebody that's going to be real with her. She's the type of person, I can't even say that she needs to go to therapy, because she does need therapy, but she's the type of person, as soon as the therapist tell her something she don't want to hear, she going to leave. Wasting people's time, energy, and their money, while she over here wasting her tears and emotions about, he don't deserve my tears. Girl, Portia, girl, I can't. Shamia living the life Portia thought she would. I think Portia's childhood affect her as an adult. Miss Mamas needs some therapy. Yes, my cancer sister is on it, okay? Definitely needs some therapy, honey. D. Herford says, my husband likes to tell me he failed the mind reading test. That's a good one and a new one and funny. Lee says, Portia mama was a city girl and birthed a city girl 2.0 child. And that's the thing. I don't even think that Portia wants to be out here. I think she wants to be somebody's wife. She wants to be wifed up, but she keep on picking the wrong people. Anytime you ever thought that Esther Roll's little brother, aka Simon, was an option, you have absolutely lost your damn mind. Point blank, MD, period. But y'all, I'm gonna get off here and take my tail to bed. It's 12:49 a.m. Okay, and I got to get up and go to the gym. It's after I take my son to school. So y'all, thank y'all so much for watching. Please, please, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with anybody else that's watching this too. Also, but Beyond the Gates. Now, this is like a real soap opera. It comes on every day. So instead of doing a review every single day on that show, because I have other shows that I need to catch up on that I'm doing, I will do a review for that show on Wednesdays and Fridays. That way we'll have enough built up for the week for us to talk about. So, because the show is only 30 minutes long. So we'll talk about Beyond the Gates on Wednesday nights and Thursday nights. Wednesday, it'll be late. It'll be later in the day rather, because that's the day I do my step class. So hopefully they don't have me in there all night next Wednesday, y'all. But we'll do Beyond the Gates Wednesday. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.